to thank you all for turning out for the 28th annual Burt Process Golf Tournament and Fundraiser. Shortly you'll hear a very record donation to the Connecticut Children's Center. We've been donating to them for quite a few years now, and we're going to have someone come up here and give a little talk about that right now. Nina, if you can come up here, please.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm really glad for you guys that you guys came in before everything started getting drenched, so that's great. So, as mentioned, I'm here to talk a little bit about Connecticut Children's, why I'm involved specifically. So I am, and here I go, I'm already getting choked up about it, so I apologize in advance for the waterworks that are probably going to come. It never gets easier to talk about it. There's a lot of emotions that go along with it. So when we found out that we were being blessed with identical twins, you know, the game was on. I was over the age of 35. I know I don't look that day over 20, but I was in my mid-30s, which, you know, is considered high risk for pregnancy. So I was followed very closely. And there they are. So this was last Friday. They just graduated preschool. Yeah, so, and they're identical. So that's Ava on the left and Isabella on the right. And we could not be more proud, my husband and I. So, you know, to get to that day last Friday came with a very long and challenging and emotional journey. So as I mentioned, I was being watched very closely, right? Because I'm old by maternity standards. We were worried more about the little one on the right, Isabella, because she was so much smaller than her sister. She wasn't growing very fast, and her growth rate started to slow down a little bit. And the danger there is, you know, I'm gonna just say it for what it is. She could have died if we didn't get her out in time. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of this condition. It's called esophageal atresia. It took an 8-hour procedure on a 3-pound premature child. So this isn't a situation where, depending on what, you know, kind of politics you identify with, if you have a problem, you write to your congressman and maybe something will change. Well, no. Literally everything you have done for this hospital, by being here today, you are moving mountains. You are literally driving change and evolution for the way that they're caring for these children. So again, I cannot stress enough how grateful I am to all of you. Thank you for everything you've done for this hospital.
Thank you, Nina, for sharing that. Great example of the great work is done at Connecticut Children's, and again, in part from the donations by people like you guys and benefits like this. So, I mentioned before we did have a record contribution this year. Last year, I believe our total was $16,500, which is a nice number, but this year we're able to totally blow it out of the water. We're able to get enough together to make a donation of $25,000. Present this big check to Erica and Connecticut Children's. Thank you very much, all of you, for your generosity.